Hello good people, I'm going to talk about the language of geometry. Geometry is one of the oldest branches of mathematics. The word is derived from the ancient Greek, geo for earth and metron for measure. Although the word stems from ancient Greek, most cultures developed principles of geometry from their own observations to help them with construction. Furthermore, these observations also laid down foundations for geography and astronomy. With the history lesson out of the way, let me explore a few terms that we need to be comfortable with when dealing with geometry. It all begins with a humble point. A point has no dimension. It is an exact location in space, and we tend to indicate a point by using a capital letter. In this case, I've named this point point A. Once I have introduced a second point, I can start talking about lines. A line is a one-dimensional distance between points. Lines are labeled by the letters of the line with a bar above them. So for example, this line here is known as the line AB. A line segment is a component of a line between any two points on that line. Line XY is a segment of the line AB. All the points that exist on a same line are known as collinear points. For example, points A, B, X, and Y are all collinear. A ray is a line extending from a point. Here I have drawn an orange line extending from point B. Now you might be wondering, what is the difference between a ray and a line? In short, a ray does not have a clearly designated endpoint. Let me convert this ray into a line by introducing point C. Now I have two lines, line AB and line BC. The space between intersecting lines or surfaces is known as an angle. Note the notation used to label this angle. Firstly, we have this symbol for an angle, which looks like a nose, and then we give the points that form that angle. It is important that the point around which we form the angle, in this case point B, is in the middle. So here we have an angle ABC, not an angle ACB or an angle BAC. We will explore this some more down the track. For now, let me add two more lines. By drawing lines AD and DC, I have created a plane. A plane is a two-dimensional space with a length and a width. At this stage, some of you might be thinking, hold on, you demented cauliflower, isn't this a parallelogram? Yes, it is, but it is also a plane. We will explore parallelograms down the track too. If I introduce points E, F, G, and H, much like passing a among a group of friends and existing on the same astral plane for a moment, where you can smell colors and see sound, these points coexist on the same plane, and therefore they are coplanar. Let me explore a few more terms and concepts before we call it a day. Here we have two parallel lines. Parallel lines are lines that never cross, and so I could say that line AB is parallel to line CD. Please note that when we want to indicate that two lines are parallel, we can use these two vertical bars. On the diagram itself, I can add two arrowheads, and they indicate that these two lines are indeed parallel and will never cross. On the other hand, intersecting lines do cross each other. In this example, I could say that line GH intersects with both line AB and line CD. Perpendicular lines are a special case of intersecting lines. They cross at a right angle or 90 degrees. To indicate that line AB and line EF are perpendicular, we use this special symbol that looks a bit like an inverted or an upside down T. On the diagram itself, I can indicate a right angle by drawing this symbol. Considering how I have started talking about angles, allow me to quickly go over their naming conventions. I have already mentioned that a right angle is an angle of 90 degrees. An angle that is less than 90 degrees is known as an acute angle. If the magnitude of the angle is greater than 90 but less than 180 degrees, we are talking about obtuse angles. An angle that is exactly 180 is known as a straight angle. Between 180 degrees and 360 degrees, we have a reflex angle. And finally, if we are talking about an angle that equals 360 degrees, essentially a full circle, we call that a complete angle. I can sense that some of you are already ascending to a higher plane of existence. So let's call it a day. That is all for now, and I will see you on the flip side.